Hello world, hope all is well. A few months ago, in the heart of the Egyptian desert, when I stood before the pyramids, I felt something timeless, an energy that has carried across thousands of years. Well, the towering pyramids rose before me, vast and unshakable, and whispered stories of mystery, power, and eternity. I felt as if I am standing where history and eternity meet. For thousands of years, these monuments have defied time. They have been the guardians of secrets, symbols of power, and echoes of a civilization that reached for the divine. Under the blazing midday sun, I felt their silence speak, not in words, but in presence, in energy, in awe. That moment has never left me. And today, through this painting, I will try to capture that feeling on canvas. Not as a literal image, but as an expression of what I felt, my way of blending history with imagination, turning ancient monuments into living symbols of strength, energy, and wonder. And I welcome you all to join in. Okay, so here is the plan at a high level. We will be using a canvas of size 40 centimeters by 30 centimeters. And we will do the painting in an abstract minimalistic style. We will have the sky here, the sun, and three pyramids, our very own three pyramids. So overall, this plan is quite straightforward and simple, but I promise you, there will be some surprises and we will have some unique features. So please stay tuned and watch till the end. First of all, we will start with the cool blue desert sky. Pretty simple and straightforward. Next, we will paint the ground or the desert itself. And well, to paint the sand, we will use sand. If you remember, I have three types of sand, and for this desert, I will use the coarse sand, and of course add it with some acrylic color. Then we start with our first pyramid. As you can already see, we will color this red. However, can you guess what type of color am I using, or what else am I adding to the color? Well, I will tell you. I am using a metallic acrylic color here, and to give the textured effect to the pyramid, I have also added some fine sand to the metallic acrylic color. Now, can you guess the color for the second pyramid? If you have guessed blue, you are absolutely right. We will use pretty much the same technique that we used for the first pyramid. We will use blue metallic acrylic color, and I have mixed fine sand with that. Now we will paint the other two faces of the red and the blue pyramids. And since I'm an equal opportunity painter, and since we painted the first face of the red pyramid first, this time we will paint the second face of the blue pyramid first. Now we will focus on the shiny red pyramid. As we had done with the blue one, we will paint this face of the pyramid with a slightly lighter shade of red. This will depict that this face is facing towards the sun and more of the sun rays are falling onto this face. As you can see, I am pushing more of the paint and sand mixture towards the leading edge of the pyramid so that it gives a three-dimensional effect to the pyramid. And now we focus our attention to the centerpiece, our biggest pyramid. In order to give a 3D effect to this pyramid, I will use some structure paste as the base. I will use more of the structure paste from the center edge of the pyramid and sloping gently towards the side edges. And now, finally, it's time to apply color to our centerpiece. Could you already guess the color? If you could, please let me know in the comments below. Well, it's time to reveal the secret. We will use gold. Our third pyramid will be shining golden, and I will be using 24 karat metallic gold acrylic paint for this. And of course, I have added fine sand to the paint mixture, and like the previous two pyramids, I will push the mixture more towards the center edge to give this pyramid a three-dimensional effect. The sun held one of the most powerful and sacred roles in ancient Egyptian history. The Egyptian sun god Ra was considered the king of gods and the creator of life. So, we will now paint the sun in a different style. We will put a mixture of paints and pouring fluid to give an elevated 3D effect to the sun. We will use a mix of yellow, white and golden yellow for painting the sun. And now finally we will finish off the final edge of the final pyramid, and like before we will put more of the paint and fine sand mixture towards the center edge of the pyramid, and we'll gently slope down towards the side edges. This will give a three-dimensional effect to the pyramid. Well, this is what the final outcome looks like. Our very own colorful, shiny pyramids. I will zoom in a bit more closer to show you the shiny textured effects. And I will also zoom in a bit closer from the sides to show you how the three-dimensional effect has come out. Well, the pyramids still stand, untouched by time, their shadows stretching across centuries, and yet they still speak to us of strength, of mystery, of eternity. They remind us that greatness is not just built in stone, but carried in spirit, in vision, in courage, in the endless search for meaning. This painting is my way of listening to their voice, and now it's yours to interpret. So please don't forget to share your comments, likes, and hypes. Until next time, take care.